Fut like a day, my name is Mighty Wereball. Welcome back to more Danganronpa Trigger Happy Havoc. We have just found out that Sakura committed suicide, so as a result the punishment fell upon the digital shoulders of Laptop-kun. Chihiro died a second time, so we're going to carry on. I'm assuming there's going to be another layer of the school opening up, a new area for which somebody's going to be killed in, and more bullshit from Monokuma, I'm sure. So let's just carry on with up. Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from my deep slumber into hazy half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead. That looks rather sinister. Kyoko? Yes, it is me. Huh? Kyoko? I said yes. So Kyoko's here. Wait, what? She gonna kill me dead. In a flash I was wide awake. Wait, how'd she get in? Did Makoto not lock his door like a fucking plum that he is? Well, what are you doing here? I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. Wait, but my door... It was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. Fucking he's asking to be killed. It was unlocked? Are you serious? Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it? I like this girl. She calls him out on his bullshit. 3 o'clock. In the morning, of course. It's 3 a.m.? Why would Kyoko waking me up at this hour? Because she wants to get it on, obviously. Why else would a girl break into your room at 3 in the morning and stand over you as you were sleeping? It's so late. What happened? I have a favor I need to ask. A favor? What's your favor? Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. Okay, but how do you plan to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered. The data center on the 4th floor. What? I'll meet you there. Makoto's sitting there with a raging erection as she's whispering in his ear. Without another word, she was gone. What the? Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. The data center? But I thought it was locked. Oh, did you now? And since when is your thought process mattered? I made my way into the after-hours school and headed for the data center on the 4th floor. Eventually, I wound up at the data center. But when I arrived, Kyoko was not here. That's weird. She said she'd meet me. Is she maybe inside already? Maybe check inside before you start procrastinating bullshit. I put my hand to the door with a certain amount of force. I booed off its hinges. Rattle, rattle. It didn't open. I tried again, but rattle, rattle. It must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor.
Yoo-hoo! What are you doing up, mister?
Yeah.
Breaking into a locked room is incredibly prohibited, don't you know?
Oh, well, I just...
You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But I can see that you don't. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself. It looked like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or are you going to tell me you were sleepwalking or something?
No, nothing like that.
It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know. Stop being weird and go back to bed.
What's wrong now? No. Why are you out here making a racket? Kyoko?
Now you two. Whatever. The two of you, just get back to bed. I'm positively exhausted from the class trial.
Sure, you got it. Come on, Makoto. Let's head back. What? Didn't you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on anymore. Don't worry about it. Let's just go. Okay.
Yeah, go on, get out of here, shoo!
Well, that was pointless. So we left and went back to our rooms. And then... So, goodbye. Hold on. Listen, what was that all about just now? She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked. And then she shows up late and we leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of all that? Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of our conversation, just like always, but... Well then, good night. Sure. And then that was over. But as I turned to leave... Makuro Ikusaba. What? Kyoko's right next to me again, once again, whispering into my ear. Makuro Ikusaba... Oh, Makuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her. Makuro Ikusaba. The ultimate despair. Chapter 4, All-Star Apologies. The end. 6 left. Possibly 7 because of this mysterious ultimate despair student. Interesting. Makuro Ikusaba. What? Makuro Ikusaba, the 16th student lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her. Kyoko told me to watch out for her. Makuro Ikusaba. That was 3 days before the next incident. 3 days before we would be faced with another murder. 3 days before the worst thing so far would reveal itself. Isn't that the mask that... Wait, that's... Oh, that's terrible. I've forgotten his name. Buggerlugs. The guy with the crocodile arse for his hair. The biker. It's not his jacket. There's something very similar to it. And then that's the Lucha Libre mask that attacked Makoto. 100-mile dash. Pain of a junk food junkie. Well, the junk food junkie I'm going to assume is Aoi. In the meantime, the day after Sakura's class trial, that morning in the dining hall. So, let's begin with the usual post-trial investigation. Hey, you didn't make small talk or anything. We never just get straight to the point like that. If you want to keep up with me, you must refrain from pointless small talk. Geez, how high is that horse of yours? He just acts like that to hide his own insecurities. That's what I like to think, anyway. Regardless, if you want to defeat the mastermind, you'll need to follow my lead. They creep around the school like a mouse, but the mastermind's pride is as bloated as a cow's udder. And no matter what it takes, I will rid this world of them. Hey Toko, you've been pretty quiet. Man, you're so boring now. You just sit there like a mushroom. I'm gonna start calling you Miss Mushroom. She didn't snap back at you. Her talking makes things difficult, so I told her not to open her mouth without permission. What? But if she can't open her mouth, she can't eat or drink water. I don't care. And you're okay with that, Toko? Jeez, how low is that rock you're hiding under? I believe this is the small talk Byakuya warned us against. And yet, I let myself get involved. But it is now finished. I will never allow you to drag me down to your level again. We're going to begin our search. Stop running your mouth and start moving your legs. Pressured by an obviously irritated Bacula, we all started our exploration. Up to the, 5th floor now? Can I just fast travel? Lovely. Okay, where are the stairs? The stairs down. Been a wee while since I last played this, so there we go. There's our buttons. There's our sprint button. Hey, stairs. There we go. What's up in the next floor then? What possible weapon could we have to use to kill someone? So here I am on the 5th floor of Hope's Peak Academy. The 5th floor has been opened up to us. And it's totally different from all the floors we've seen up till now. For some reason it feels unpleasant. Oh? Wouldn't be because of the whatever's going on in there. Let's check. Okay, may as well just go check all the rooms. A violin. Nighttime secrets. No more. He's so dirty. Stomp. Stomp. Okay. Just gonna leave. Pretend we never saw that. What about this classroom? Anything interesting? Haha, catch me if you can. Wait up, I'm gonna punish you. Gross. Okay, I'm not sure what to think about that. Is there a point in talking to you if you're not allowed to speak? Probably not. Huh? Does she want to talk to me about something? Toko, what's wrong? Write it down, you plum. Is she trying to say something? I think she's almost just a little more and I might get it. She looks like she's ready to strangle you with those tiny little hands of hers. I'm sorry, but I've no idea what it is you're trying to tell me. She just let her shoulders drop. She looks so sad. I guess she gave up. Maybe it was to tell me that there's a weird-ass fan art on the blackboard behind her. But, you know, don't ask her to write it down or anything. Well, there's Aoi. Okay, let's go speak to Aoi. Fit like glass, what you saying? This floor feels different compared to all the others. I'm not sure what it is. Is there some reason for that? I hope it's not anything too creepy. Oh, I'm sure it's something absolutely horrifying, like giant spiders or I don't know. At this point, anything could... Oh. What the hell is this? The grotesque horror of the room struck me hard and fast. What I saw was bad enough, but what I smelled... It was sour, pungent, impossibly rank. It smells awful, doesn't it? It must be at least vaguely familiar to you. After all, you've been around your fair share of corpses. Yeah, but the corpses have only just died. I doubt they'd give off a stank smell of rot that quickly. Then again, I've never been around many dead bodies in my day, so what am I to say? Are you saying it's the smell of death, their flesh and fat and blood? There was no surprise in his voice, no shock. But he was right. I'd experienced the smell more than once before. It was the smell of death and despair. But the smell here is strong, condensed. It's the smell of a battlefield. Monokuma must have...
What? My fault again? Stop trying to blame everything on me.
If you hadn't done what you did, this never would have happened.
No, it's quite the opposite.
The opposite?
Yep. Let me give you an itty-bitty, eeky-squeaky little hint. As far as this room goes, I don't know a thing. I just left it exactly how I found it.
What?
How's that for a hint? Better than those stupid hints you get from NPCs in those mean old RPGs. But it's pretty scary, huh? Blood all over the walls and junk. Of course, even in the outside world, people die bloody gruesome deaths every day. So it's not really a big deal. Just keep your chin up and keep on living, soldier.
What's he talking about? He just left it the way he found it? What's the meaning of all this? Could this have something to do with... What do they call it now? The great despair, the great tragedy. The tragedy. Has this got something to do with the tragedy? The blood handprints on the walls. Eye for an eye. We'll talk to Bacula last. There's blood all over the place. I want to shut my eyes forever against such a ghastly sight. It appears all the bloodstains are dry, and their colour has changed as well. I think it's safe to assume these stains are considerably old. This is all really blood? Of course, I wouldn't find it interesting otherwise. And it is interesting, I assure you. What on earth happened in this classroom? He seems like he's enjoying himself. No way can I keep up with someone like that. There are white chalk outlines drawn all over the floor. How many bodies were there? I've seen this kind of thing on detective shows and stuff like that. You always see it at the scene of a murder. I wish I could say I don't believe it. Is that it? Is just the screen? Anything over this side I can look at? The handprints maybe? Nope, just Bacula. Alright, what you got, buddy? Bacula? About what Monokuma just told us. It's like I'm not even here. He must be lost in thought. Is he really thinking that hard? Or is he just flat out ignoring me? Well, I'ma just leave.
See you later.
What's down here? What room is this? Raw. Bio. Biohazard? Rattle, rattle. It's locked. We came all this way just to be denied here. The sign in the hall says Biolab. A biolab that we're forbidden from seeing into. It kind of like sounds like something out of an old cheesy horror movie. Oh god, we're gonna go into... Is this gonna take a sharp turn and all of a sudden it's gonna be like fucking Corpse Party or one of these nasty horror animes? What in Christ's name is that? What's that? That's one of those sliding doors, isn't it? What's in behind here? Oh! Well then, this is... not what I was expecting. A suit of armor is on display. It's extremely Japanese. Okay. And that's an old drum, isn't it? It's a straw post used for sword practice. Did they use it for training here too? Sure, so I fucking know. Oh well. That target seems pretty far away. Gotta say, pretty proud of my eyesight. It's not that far away, dude. Even though this room is totally enclosed, there's a cherry tree planted here, and it's in full bloom. It's quite elegant. This is what you consider elegant? I lived overseas for a long time, so this kind of Japanese-style scenery is refreshing. But considering our situation, isn't it kind of out of place? I'd love to go to Japan and see cherry blossoms. Anyway, enough about me. What Kyoko told me yesterday, what the heck did it mean? Mukuro Ikusawa, a 16th student lie hidden somewhere in the school, the one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her. And it's a her. So she knows it's a her. Kyoko? I'm not going to say anything. Huh? I can't say anything. Kyoko narrowed her eyes. Her gaze darted up to the surveillance camera. You understand why, right? She was trying to tell me that whatever it was important. The mastermind couldn't find out. What, like the laptop that he knew everything about. But how did Kyoko get her hands on information that could be that important? We're finished here. You mean, apart from the room that was full of information that you got yourself knocked out in? You know, you're just going to conveniently forget that. She made it very clear that our conversation had come to an end. I should really stop ragging on this guy. But then again, maybe I shouldn't. And just like as usual, I didn't understand anything any better than before. So he's a dumbass 90% of the time until it comes to the actual trial, and then all of a sudden he's Inspector fucking Clouseau. Wait, no, he was incompetent. Inspector, I was going to say Gadget, but he was incompetent too. Inspector... fucking... Poirot. Why was that the one that came to my head? Anyway, open door. Let's check it out. What's in here? It's even an inspector? Whatever. It's unimportant. That's a big-ass flower. Is that going to be the next death? I'm going to be hanging out the inside of this flower. Whoa! Whoa! What is this? It's a flower, dude. This thing is super weird. Super creepy. Flowers aren't supposed to get this big. Is this thing real?
Watch out!
Oh?
That's a Monokuma flower. I came up with the name myself. Try and touch it and you're in for some real excitement. Your heart's all like, whoa! And the plant's all like, snap! And your flesh is all like, bleh, I'm dead.
And that's in other words, it's a monstrosity.
It's pretty freaking amazing if I do say so myself. A student that hopes peak added improvement after improvement and created this miracle creature. The ultimate botanist. Although they don't go here anymore. They died during the tragedy. By the way, despite how it looks, that flower is super practical. It can eat paper, plastic, even people, so it's totally good for the environment. Such an eco-friendly creation is vital for the future growth of a healthy society. Not that I'd know anything about that myself.
Spouting more and more nonsense, Monokuma eventually disappeared. Whatever it is, I'd better keep my distance. So yeah, the tragedy is what I'm assuming is what happened in that classroom. Just to be sure, I should take a look in that tool shed. Oh, now you're deciding to take a look into things, whereas before you didn't give a shit about these sort of things. This place seems totally disorganized, from a lawnmower to fertilizer, flower pots to farm tools. And leaning against the back wall, is that a pickaxe? Do I look at it, I guess? Huh? There's something carved into the handle of this pickaxe. Crazy diamond? Shine on? I feel like I remember seeing that somewhere. Crazy diamond. What? I feel like I should remember that, but I'm not remembering anything. There are different kinds of garden tools here. Are they trying to get us to become self-sufficient? No, they told you that at the start. There's a lawnmower here. Even with this here, who's actually going to take care of the lawn? Well, you never know. You know, if you're bored, or if you decide that you're going to live here to the end of your days. Don't poo-poo it. So many flower pots, big ones, little ones, any size you might need. Maybe I'll grow some flowers to put in my room. So wait, you'll happily grow fucking flowers, but apparently cutting the grass is just that step too far. I swear to God, man. I'm gonna rip off your earlobes. Bags of fertilizer are piled up. There are so many different kinds to choose from. Well, this room was pointless. So I'm going to assume that the pickaxe is going to be the use of weapon, and they're going to feed the body to the flower, but there's going to be bits and pieces that are still about, make an arm or a spleen or something. I'll speak to you in a minute, hero. Is this a chicken coop? What's a chicken coop doing here? Chickens! This place even has chickens, huh? They're just regular chickens, right? Like, they don't eat people or lay bombs instead of eggs or something crazy like that. It seems safe. That's what they want you to think. It's a chicken. It's really alive, right? There's no mistake? What kind of question is that to ask? A chicken whatever.
Oh, you like chickens too, Makoto? Yeah, I love these little guys. They're seriously cute, right? And there's exactly 5 of them here.
Exactly?
5, you know, the number that comes after 4 and before 6. At least in terms of natural numbers. Anyway, whenever their number 5 pops up, that's a good omen. It contains the mysteries of the cosmos. It's a number of power, a refreshing number on par with hand-squeezed, all-natural lemonade.
He never lets me get a word in edgewise. Okay, that's a monitor. Don't need to worry about that. What is this? There's some kind of control panel set near the wall. Does it control the air conditioning or something?
It's for the sprinklers.
Sprinklers?
Yeah, it controls the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off every morning at 7:30. Don't you dare change it without permission.
Okay, so 7:30 the sprinklers go in. That's going to be a clue for the future murder, I assume.
Of course, the setting panel is locked, so you couldn't change it even if you wanted to.
So that means the sprinklers go off at 7:30 a.m. every morning.
Yep, you got it. It's super user-friendly, which sucks. So if you get here too early, you'll get drenched. So watch yourself. But you're not a little kid, right? You're too old to go running through sprinklers anyway. Do you have some kind of water fetish? I'm gonna tell everyone.
What happened to the foo-foo-foo laugh? Why is it an ah-ha-ha laugh now? Alright, hero, what you got to say?
At first I thought I saw blue skies, but turns out they just painted the walls and the ceiling. Oh, but the plants are all real. It's been a while since I smelled vegetation. It helps me relax. That's not what you're thinking, is it?
Huh? Why is that bad?
Don't you get it? Don't you realize the true horror of plant life? It's there, just beneath the surface. Beneath their calm exterior, they're always watching and waiting. When they decide they can't leave us in charge of Earth anymore, they'll put out their plan for global human extinction into action. I'm serious.
I'ma just leave. I guess I've seen what there is to see up here for now, but once again, nothing I found seems to make any real sense. I need to head back to the dining hall and find out what the others turned up. One after another, everyone made their way to the dining hall, and before too long, it would appear everyone has returned.
But still, it's just the 6 of us. That's barely enough for a decent volleyball team.
Hey, don't be a sourpuss. We gotta think positive. Besides, even if one more person dies, we can still field a basketball team.
That's like reverse positive thinking.
Anyway, there's no time to be depressed. For the sake of everyone we've lost, we have to do our best.
Can we stop all this group hug nonsense? We need to find out what everyone discovered.
Okay, we'll start with you, darling.
I checked all the windows on the 5th floor, front to back. That used to kind of be Sakura's job, but... Anyway, no dice. There were metal plates on all the windows, just like everywhere else.
Which means no chance of escape on the 5th floor either.
But when I was looking around, I realized something about the layout of the school.
What exactly did you notice about the layout of the school? You took a good look around the 5th floor yourself, didn't you, Makoto? Huh? Why do you ask? Because if you did, you must have noticed. The 5th floor is lacking something every other floor has. Toilets? Something on all all the other floors, but not on the 5th floor? Are you talking about stairs? There aren't any stairs leading up from the 5th floor. That's what you're talking about, right?
Does that mean the 5th floor is the end?
We're finally starting to get a clear picture of the school, but there's no toilets up there either. At least not that I spotted. All that's left now is to solve the underlying mystery, or just pissing the plants. Is that what you do to water them?
But that's the hardest part.
Even if it's hard, we still gotta do it. Yeah, Hina's right. Everything will be okay. As long as we work together, I'm sure we'll make it out of this. No, I'm not I'm sure. We absolutely will make it out, no matter what it takes. I may as well speak. No, I'll speak to her at the end. I don't expect her to say much, to be honest. My concern is with the biolab. That was the only place on the 5th floor we couldn't access. The biolab, huh? I wonder what's in there. A zombie bear, or no, a zombie Sakura, or yeah, one of the students strung up like a fucking specimen.
If this were like a cliche horror game,
Or Tyrant, very funny, Resident Evil.
if this were like a cliche horror game, it'd be some kind of creature, the final boss, or tyrant, or...
We're not in a horror game, though. Yet. Either way, we don't need to worry about it at the moment. Don't bother thinking about something that can't be understood no matter how much you think about it. Your tiny brains can only do so much, so focus on utilizing them efficiently. I don't really like how you said it, but what you said is probably right. No, how I said it is right too. Alright, Hiro, what you got?
Well, there's a big garden up on the 5th floor, and I found more than one thing to be worried about. A stupidly large plant, a chicken coop, and, I know what you're gonna say, but a tool shed!
Monokuma said that was called a Monokuma flower. Even touching it seems dangerous, so we have to be careful.
It's totally a man-eating plant. I'm pretty sure it's different from the one that lives in the pipe, though.
Is that a Mario reference?
Anyway, that thing must benefit from the sprinkler system as much as anything else in here.
Oh yeah, apparently the sprinklers come on every morning at 7:30 on the dot.
Yeah, remember that. You don't want to get drenched and catch a cold.
Well, you don't have to worry. They say idiots never catch colds, you know.
Of course not, because idiots never get wet.
I think you're thinking of ducks. I'm starting to worry about you, Hiro. Can you tell me what 10 plus 10 is?
Hey, come on. You don't always have to call me dumb. I may have been held back three times, but that doesn't make me stupid. But if I'll make you happy, I'll answer your dumb question. So, what was the question again?
Don't worry, you just answered it. So harsh. Togo? Hey, Bacula, it seems like Togo wants to say something. So, why are you telling me?
Well, 'cause you told her to zip it or whatever.
Ah, I'd forgotten about that.
Jesus, man, I know you like torturing her, but come on.
Well, Togo, if you want to envelop us all in your putrid breath, I won't stop you. You honor me, Master. And don't worry, I took care of the odor problem.
Seriously? You're just gonna take it?
Shut up, and don't interrupt when Master and me are talking.
Okay, so what did you want to tell us?
Well, I was in a classroom on the 5th floor, and something caught my attention. It was this.
A knife?
Whoa, that thing is huge. It's like Rambo size.
It's a survival knife of some type. But what was it doing in a classroom?
How would I know?
What are you gonna use that? What are you gonna use that knife for? What are you planning to do to us?
I'm not gonna do anything. I just picked it up. I don't want to leave a knife just laying around.
I'd rather have it laying around than in the hands of a serial killer.
Don't compare me to her. I'm nothing like her. Listen, more important, now that we have the knife, what are we going to do with it?
We can't let Toko keep it, that's for sure. We don't know what she might do.
I don't want it anyway. It's too dangerous.
So what to do? Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? Huh? Me?
Oh yeah, I totally trust Makoto to take care of it.
Then that's that.
Hold on, don't I get a say? It just shows how much they trust you. You should do as they ask. You sure it's trust? I feel like they're just using me.
Okay, so here you go, Makoto.
They're acting like I already said yes. Fine. I guess there's nothing I can do. I'll just keep it in my desk drawer for now.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say.
Hey, Tuku.
Do I still have bad breath? Sorry. I'm sorry, it stinks. I'm sorry, it stinks. I'm sorry.
You made a valuable discovery. Good job.
Huh? Did Master just praise me? Hey, good for you. Yeah. I'm dreaming. I must be dreaming. That I would ever experience such a dream. I feel strange.
You better go and change your knickers there, love.
So strange. Really strange. Oh no. Yeah.
Whenever I look at Toko these days, it makes me feel sad. Well, I'm just going to leave you your fantasies, darling. By the way, did any of you find it? The other strange room on the 5th floor? Well, no. Strange is a massive understatement. The smell of flesh and fat and blood. The white outlines of countless corpses. It was more dreadful than anything I've encountered here so far.
What the hell are you talking about?
The smell itself was horrific, far beyond any normal murder scene. Everybody's smell concentrated.
God, I'm glad I didn't see it. I feel like I'm gonna barf just hearing you describe it.
But I mean, what the hell happened in that room?
I can only think of one thing. A large group of people died right there in that room.
A bunch of people were killed in there?
Stop, seriously. I'm gonna throw up.
Perhaps that's what he was meant by the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Huh? You're thinking the same thing then. My theory is the mass murder that took place in that room is the incident said to have happened 1 year ago. The awful scene in that room. So I wonder, has this happened once before with different students that were all ultimates, hope, and they fell to despair and basically there was just a giant massacre? Who knows? That was the tragedy that happened a year ago? Precisely. The tragedy is another name for the genocide of the student body of Hope's Peak Academy. If that's true, that would explain why Hope's Peak was forced to close its doors.
I mean, I guess that all makes sense, but it's all just so awful.
Not just awful, super awfully awful.
They're right. It's beyond awful. It's terrible, tragic, hopeless. But still, how is it that not one of us ever heard about something like that happening? Does that mean they really did cover it up? Oh, that's right. I have to speak to him again to get the other things he was yakking about. Chicken coop. There were a bunch of chickens in the chicken coop, right?
That's right, 5. 5 chickens.
I love chickens. Let's raise them up big and fat. Then we can make fried chicken. Oh, or barbecue. Decisions. Oh, or how about raw? Because there's nothing fresher than raw, right?
I'm pretty sure that'd kill you. Yes, because raw chicken is just what you need. Finger licking good. And a tool shed full of weapons. You noticed it too, huh? That pickaxe. Huh? What about that pickaxe? What about the pickaxe? Well, there was a pickaxe in the tool shed, and the words Crazy Diamond had been carved into the handle. Was that the biker gang? Was that something to do with the biker gang? Haven't we seen that phrase somewhere before?
Crazy Diamond? Yeah, that does sound kind of familiar, I think.
I don't just think. I know. We've definitely seen that phrase before.
Huh? Where?
Ah, that's it. I remember. That was him. Mondo, what was his name? It was on Mondo's uniform, on the back of his jacket. His jacket said the same thing, right? Crazy Diamond. You're absolutely right.
But why would it be on the pickaxe in the garden?
Mondo must have snuck in there and done it, right?
But we didn't have access to the garden until today. Then, maybe Mondo brought it with him when he first came here, and Monokuma confiscated it. Whatever the reason, that's what stuck out to me in the tool shed, the pickaxe connected to Mondo. Could they have been the survivors of the original tragedy? Could they have been the ones that killed the... Well, I'm assuming there were bodies found up there in that classroom. Could they have been the ones that did it, had their minds wiped, and now they're back to square one again? To thin the herd, as it were. Huh? Then what did?
What I noticed was the lawnmower. I'm thinking maybe we could use it to call for help.
How are you going to call for help with a lawnmower?
I don't know. Maybe I can use it to make crop circles or something. Yeah, that's it. I'm going to make crop circles. And we can use those to call for help.
What the heck's happened to you? You weren't like this in the beginning, you know.
Well, back then my personality hadn't quite solidified yet.
I didn't think it was possible, but I'm more disappointed in you now than I've ever been.
Okay.
Well, I think that's all the new information we have for now.
So, now what do we do?
Well, starting today, you're all under my command. But before we proceed, I need to figure something out.
Geez, how cocky can you be? You're gonna bust through the ceiling if your head gets any bigger.
So, what is it you want to figure out? Kyoko's identity.
Huh?
Kyoko's identity? But Kyoko is Kyoko, right? Yes, but who is she? The rest of us have a clear, definable reason for having been selected to attend Hope's Peak Academy. Hina's the ultimate swimming pro, Hiro's the ultimate clairvoyant. Even Makoto is the ultimate lucky student.
More unlucky than lucky these days, but...
So what about Kyoko? Can anyone tell me what she is?
Now that you mention it, she's never told us.
Well, Kyoko really doesn't like talking about herself anyway, right? It's not the matter of whether she likes or doesn't like, it's a matter of trust. Can you trust someone who's unwilling to reveal their true identity? We need to avoid raising any more unnecessary suspicion. So Kyoko, it's time you tell us.
I can't.
What? Why won't you tell us?
I didn't say I won't. I said I can't.
What do you mean?
Because I don't remember.
What?
I have no memory of what I am.
You have no memory? You mean...
amnesia?
If I thought you had a sense of humor, I'd say you were joking. But if this is a joke, I'm not laughing.
You can't be serious right now, can you?
I knew you wouldn't believe me. That's why I didn't say anything. But it doesn't matter. Either way, the truth will make itself clear before we're done. So you have no intention of telling us. Then I can no longer stand by and do nothing. What are you going to do? Torture me? Nothing so barbaric as that. I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity. Limit my options? Give me the key to your room.
But if she gives me the key, if she gives you her key, her room key...
She can't go to sleep in her room. She'll be breaking a school regulation.
And if she doesn't want that, she'll talk. It's easy. All she has to do is tell us about herself.
Just hold on. A threat like that...
Fine, I understand. Good. You're finally in the mood for conversation.
Without saying a word, Kyoko walked right up to Bakia and held out her room key to him.
You damn fool. Why do you refuse to talk? Whether I want to or not, I can't. All I can do is keep telling you that.
Maybe she really did lose her memory.
If you really think about it, it doesn't sound totally impossible. This is the worst school ever. Where only the worst stuff happens, right? Amnesia would fit right in.
The worst school where only the worst things happen. Do you really mean that?
Huh?
Can you really be sure that life here has been filled with only the worst things?
What do you mean?
Perhaps I've said too much.
She knows far more than she's letting on, so obviously she's hiding something big. Something to do with the... I was going to say president, not the president, the headmaster of the school. I think she knows that they're amnesia, like nobody remembers anything about their past.
The only thing I can think of now is that the headmaster is obviously someone close to her. Whether it be a family member or a teacher, like a sensei kind of thing. That's the only thing I can think of right now. Kyoko then turned her back on us and without a word began to walk away. Where do you think you're going? Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything to harm any of you. Those were her last words as she left. Kyoko's last words. The dining hall was silent. The only sound was the door opening and closing as Kyoko left the room.
Well, what's her deal?
I think you went too far, taking her room key like that. For her, that wasn't far enough. Or maybe she gets off on the attention. I can't believe her. Enjoying getting yelled at. You're getting noisy again, Toko. Sorry, I can still hear you. The sound of you breathing, of your heart beating, it grates on me.
Are you telling her to die? I mean, I know how you feel, but
what's Kyoko going to do now? Plus this situation... Oh, I'm sure, Makoto, you will be more than willing to let her sleep in your room, the white knight that you are. It's just like before. It's no different from when everyone started accusing Sakura. And I'm no different either. I still can't stop anyone. I'm not even going to attempt...
Yeah!
Oh, what the hell? Why are you yelling all of a sudden?
Cause look!
It's you. How long have you been standing there?
I'm very angry.
Angry at what?
At the thief. Yes, that's right. I'm very sad to have to tell you there's a thief in your midst.
What?
My precious. They stole it. Nasty hobbitses.
You're precious.
Your teacher had such faith in you, and this is how you will pay me, with betrayal. Reality is filled with so much hardship, isn't it? No wonder people run away into their fantasies.
But what the heck is your precious?
Shut up! I hope all of you get stuck in a hiring freeze and die penniless on the street.
And he's gone. What the heck was that all about?
He said something about his precious getting stolen. Does anyone have any idea what that might mean? It's likely it has something to do with Kyoko. Huh? Who else other than her would be willing to able to steal something from Monokuma? Did Kyoko really steal something from Monokuma? But if that's true, what was it? And why would she do that? Well, clearly because she's got a brain and she knows that a lot more than she's letting on, so she's making progress, whereas the rest of these are sitting there with your finger up your arse, procrastinating.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. As such, it is officially night time. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked, and entry at that point is strictly prohibited. Okay then, sweet dreams everyone. Good night, sleep tight, and don't let the bed bugs bite.
Uh-oh, we need to get out of here.
We can talk about this more tomorrow, and about Kyoko.
However, after what just happened with Monokuma and Kyoko, I feel like there's something in the air. I would suggest you take extra precautions tonight. Stay in your rooms. Don't go wandering around. Not like we need you to tell us that. Well then, let's disperse. I shall see you all tomorrow. Following his lead, each of us went back to our rooms. Ah, that's right. I need to put away the knife that I got from Toko. I think the safest place for it will be in my desk drawer. But anyway, is Kyoko really going to be okay? She can't get into her room. What's she going to do? Isn't there something I can do? Something I can... What are you going to do? Who's that at the door? We'll have to find out in the next episode. We probably guess who it's going to be. But until then, remember, always keep it loud, keep it heavy. I will see you in the next episode.